All right, what's good, everyone? What's good? Just chilling right now. Just wanted to come check in for a minute, see what's good. Yeah, but there's a lot of things that have been going on with me, especially with my appetite. My appetite is pretty much like, because remember I told you guys a couple years ago. I told you guys every month I do yoga. I go through certain changes that are very subtle. Remember when I said that shit? That shit still going on, and one like this last month actually, and it's weird because right now we're in an Aquarius stellium. I have an Aquarius stellium, and we have right now there's a lot of planets in Aquarius, and like it's weird because like the last few weeks is like my appetite is fucking like it's hella off. Like it's just weird. Like I want to break down this whole breatharian process and how it is, because this shit is like an actual process. There's a class and they call it breatharian initiation, and it's a class that teaches people how to transition into liquids and into eventually no food at all. And it's a process with this thing, and you like this is why I say when you become this what they call breatharian, which is just living off energy. When you become this, it's like a very slow process. So when I told you guys 2 years ago I was doing yoga and stretching, and every month I felt a different change. Fast forward 2 years from now, like I'm still feeling that shit because I do yoga every day, and I had a blockage in my neck that was like impeding energy. And as that blockage gets released, my appetite changes, and like my shit. This shit is so weird because like a few days ago, and this started happening a couple weeks ago because my appetite's been getting lesser. But when like a month ago and before, I used to just eat one meal a day or some shit like that, or you like eat like a small meal here and there, or just one meal a day. Now it's like I can't even eat no fucking one meal a day. Like I go through a whole day and I'm like I haven't eaten anything at all. Like I haven't drank no water or nothing, and it's weird. And then I had got some food the other day, and fucking like I got it because I thought I was supposed to eat it, because you got to remember eating is a program, and it's however old you are, that's how many years of program you have of eating. So a lot of the times when you're hungry, you're not really hungry, you're just getting it because of the program in your mind. And me, that program was still kind of running, but since I'm doing the energy work, it how this plays out is it conflicts. So I'll get something to eat, and then I thought I want it, but then I don't eat it, or when I eat it, I don't enjoy it because it's weird. So it's like it's like it's different. So I'm like kind of in that phase. I have to deprogram, because it's not just about not eating food. You got to deprogram your mind from certain things, because a lot of the things that you like, you really don't like. It's like when you were like 4 years old, you played with Hot Wheels and you played fucking SpongeBob on the Game Boy and shit. Like you don't like that shit now. So it's like you getting rid of like the things you like right now that are low vibrational. They've been programmed into you, and you have to break these things. And one way to break them is by generating more energy within the body, so that the body can feel sustained by another source of energy, so you don't feel the desire to need to always consume and do all these other things. So, and because when you getting more energy in the body, they just talk about most of the breatharians and all the health practitioner, whatever the fuck you want to call those niggas. Most of these niggas, what they talk about is mainly about not eating, like the food part. They don't talk about how like other things you don't feel the urge to. Like even when I was like smoking, I didn't need that much weed to smoke, because you have more energy. So therefore, when you smoke, you get more energy. And then with the sex, like people who are into that no fap shit, that it'll make it your desires. You still desire sex, but what it's gonna happen is it's not gonna be where you have to just keep fapping and all that other shit. So like any of you guys have that fap issue, if you get more energy, it tames the desire, so you don't want to just keep doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? So you won't be fapping and having all these fucking issues that these niggas got to go on retention and all that. So like the energy is more than just this not eating, because when you're getting energy in the body, and it's amplifying the energy stream. So therefore, eating is just a byproduct of that. And then there's a myriad of other things. like depending, because it's like different stages to it, and depending on how spirit, because it's not like you generate the energy, because there's different stages to building the energy. You got to first build it, accumulate it, then you got to transform it. Transforming it is like the spiritual part of it, which that depends on the individual. This is why everybody who does qigong is not a fucking breatharian, because that the last part of the whole process of the building the key energy, or the energy that they call key, whatever, that last process is the spiritual process, which it's dealing with the mind and the spirit and other shit that goes into it. This is why some people can utilize it to be breatharian, some people can't, because it just depends on how far your spirit can take it. But yeah, this shit's fucking deep. Like I'm telling you guys, like this really, like this is how you gotta really like a lot of people like to talk about how we're gonna combat this system, and I don't want to be a part of this system. Once you're on this path, you're not a part of this system, because they have nothing that they can enslave you. You can participate in it, but they can't really harm you or do anything, because the higher you take this energy, the deeper it gets. Like if you guys don't know, there's actually breatharians who can like live out in the wilderness. They can generate heat, and they can and as time goes on, humans are going to start changing. So when you're getting this energy, and I'm not saying you're gonna go in the wilderness and live like a monk and be in the woods and shit. I'm not talking. I'm saying I'm living right now. I'm chilling. You see people, they chilling, doing their thing. But imagine if you can chill, but you're just chilling. But it's not about, oh, I'm gonna freeze, or I'm gonna be hungry, or I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to do, because you got energy, so you're able to still enjoy the life and not go be in the woods, but you have the energy. That's even better. So that's what I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to that's the shit that's possible. Especially if you fucking watching my channel and you resonate. Yeah, this ain't possible for everyone. I don't want to say, because this path isn't for everyone. But if you watching my channel, 9 times out of 10, it's meant for you. Well, I want to say that because a lot of these bitch ass bots out here, they on some bullshit, like because they don't even have the what it. Well, I don't even want to get into that. We don't want to bring them. But this shit gets really deep. And you got to be doing it's like a and this shit is like a fucking, you do this every day. The energy exercise, this is not something you just do for a week. This is like you do it for the rest of your fucking life, because as you build the energy, you're actually going to start enjoying it and looking forward to these practices, because it's going to be, it's like when do you enjoy eating food? You enjoy eating food, do you be like, damn it, I gotta eat? You be like, damn, I can't wait for that shit, because you hungry, you like eating. So it's the same thing with the energy exercise. Once you get to the point where it's actually building energy and sustaining you, then it's like the same thing that you think is like eating, because that's what's sustaining the energy exercise. So the atmosphere, all that shit, the energy within it, that's sustaining you. So you don't need the system. Well, when I say you don't need it, I'm not saying you don't do it. You can still have fun, do what you do, but it's not like if they take something away, you're gonna be strapped, because you don't have to deal with those shit, or at least it brings it down to a very minimal level, which is like a very very minimal level. That's what I'm saying. This shit gets real. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join. Yeah, this just for real. I'm not even like, and I could feel the energy. Like, so like my appetite's been changing for the last couple weeks. I said that earlier, and how like this is like it's weird, because like today I haven't ate shit but a banana. I went to the store, got me some of these. I just ate one of these, and this is what I ate today. And like, I'll be like, before I'll be like, okay, if I can eat once a day, or I don't eat 3 days, but in that fourth day, I'd be hella hungry. But like right now, I'd be like 2 3 days, and I don't eat shit, and then the next day I don't even be hungry shit anymore. So I know it's the energy, and my neck, the muscle of my neck is not as tight. When it was tight, I noticed remember back in 2020, I think I have the video on this channel. I just blocked it. Back in 2020, remember I went and I had a whole big cupboard of like snacks and shit I had stole from the store. And I ate all that shit. I was like, oh, never go shopping during a fast. I was like on a 10-day fast, and I just went to the store, took a whole bunch of shit, because I was going to end my fast and eat a whole bunch of shit. Like, nowadays, like, I can't even fucking, I can go on a fucking 6-day fast. I can't even eat half the shit that I want to, like, it's weird. It's hella weird. But when I'm on the fast, I be craving certain shit. But then when I break the fast, I don't want it no more. Like, I don't, like, it's weird. Like, because this is the mind programming that you gotta break. So the whole breatharian process is more than just not eating. It's breaking the mind programming, doing the energy exercise as well as other things. Because the mind programming is what really you have to break. Because eating is very emotional. It's um it's an emotional thing. People, they you guys have emotional bonds and things to when you were young. So why you, which is why you like certain foods and shit. So like a lot of that shit you have to break. It's more than just you just eating because you're hungry. It's you're eating because you feel some type of way, and like this time, like it's just weird. So you got to break all those programmings to really get on the path. And then once you get on this fucking path, then you'll know, because you'll need very little of anything really in the external. Like you'll need very little, and things will be more like you'll be more sensitive. So for example, if you go 3 days without eating, you'll probably only eat like a couple spoonfuls of some rice with some and a bite of chicken, and you'll be good for a few hours, because as you have more energy, you need less externally. So even when you smoke, you don't need to smoke as much. It's going to even get to a point where you don't even need to get high, because when you go on this breatharian, I don't even want to get into this because I don't want you guys to think that this shit is about like feeling good and all that. It's just like, it's more than that shit. But when you get on these long fasts, you start feeling your own, like it's like a natural high, because when you guys eat, that's pleasure, that feels good. You love eating, you love the taste of food, right? So you're sacrificing internal bliss consciousness for the pleasure of eating. So when you're able to sacrifice eating, you can get that internal consciousness and get other benefits to it. So it's like you got to sacrifice something to get some. It's still good. Like you like to eat. You're like, oh, I like to eat. It tastes good. But then a breatharian be like, I'm glad I don't eat because I love this feeling more. And then it's more than, like, you see what I'm saying? Because it's like you got to sacrifice something. Because you're being, when because you're nourishing, you're being nourished off food. So when you're nourished off food, it's gonna taste good. It tastes good and it makes your taste buds feel good. But when you're getting nourished off prana, it changes your consciousness. You're able to, like, you're in a different world. Like you're actually in a different world when you have, the more you build the energy, you don't see the world the same way. And it's a slow process. It's not overnight. Like this shit is a very slow process. Like it was to a point. It was to a point. It's like when you grow up as a child, you don't see yourself grow from fucking 4'10" to like 6'2". It's like it's a slow process. You may say, oh, you're getting a little taller every now and then, but it's like you don't see it. That's how this shit is. That's why it takes a long time to really actually, like, even the breatharians that I be following, they don't even they still eat, but they may eat like 1 hour out of the day, or may eat every 7 days. Like, and they've been doing this for years. There's very few that just go without food and water. Like, there's very few, but there, you can't get there. And even the ones that are like only eating once every 7 days or whatever, they can get there, and they're gonna get there. So it's not like they can't get there. Like, it's a process. It takes time to fucking get there, because the energy has to build, because the energy is what's sustaining you. And so, like, before, like, the way I can tell you guys is like, before you can go without any food, you have to go at least be able to go at least eating once every 3 days. If you can't eat once every 3 days, how do you think you? So it's like a slow process. Eventually, like, you're eating normally, then eventually you're gonna only eat once a day. Then after a couple years, you maybe feel like you don't even need to eat once every 2 days. Then eventually you're gonna notice it's less and less. It's less. Like today, I haven't ate shit today, and this is weird because a month ago I was like hella grubbing and shit on a bunch of shit, and it's like when I was grubbing on it, it was weird. Like, I don't get, like, because I don't get hungry no more like that. Even when I do get hungry, it's like it's like it's a trick. My mind tricks me. I think I'm hungry, but then when I eat, I don't want to enjoy it because I can't eat everything. So like I wasted hella money on some shit that thought I was gonna eat, but it's like, so this is how I know the energy is taking effect, and I still have to change my thought process because certain programs in my mind is making me think that I'm hungry, but when I physically eat it, I don't get the same satiation and I don't need it. So it's like you got to really deprogram, because it's not this, your body doesn't just say you're hungry because you need food. You say you're hungry based upon emotional traumas and emotional programming and mind control and the commercials and colors. It's hella deep. So you got to like learn how to deprogram that, because that will give you that false signal that, oh, you're hungry, but you're really not. And a lot of you guys experience that. And this is beyond just food. Like I said, this goes into every other thing as well. Like when you working and when you working with this key energy, be very, very careful, because I was, shout out to V Money. V Money sent me a video, 5 hour long video about Qigong. Shout out to V Money. And they were right when they said in the video, because I didn't watch the whole video, but I seen part of the video. And you got to be careful with this energy. Like you guys think that this energy is just some bullshit, like you could just sleep on this shit. And this, but like if you don't do this key shit, this, if you just sit there and do this energy shit and you start moving energy in the wrong places, he said if you start moving it towards your root chakra, it can cause problems with the gonads and shit. And a lot of these people that like, because when you do the energy work, you got to regulate the key energy. You can't just do the you got to build it, then you got to regulate it. If you just build it and it gets the body in an amplified state, it can cause like your heart to beat a little quicker. It may cause a little bit more, you have more mood swings, and because it amplifies you. And it's not negative, like it amplifies whoever what you are already. Like, don't think that this is going to make you more like peaceful, and like it's going to make you more peaceful, but like if you're a dickhead, you got to deal with that. Otherwise, this is just going to make you more of a better dickhead. So you'll know how to be a better dickhead and come up with words on how to hurt someone's feeling more, because you have the energy to be a better dickhead. That's really what it's going to do. It's going to make you better at what you are in a way. But if it's something negative, it's actually going to make you a worse person, but you're going to be doing it in a good way. Like you're going to be good at being a dickhead. He's like, I'm up to 16, 20 hour fast daily. Tough to do a full 24 hours beyond me. That's good. That's good enough. You'll get there. You just gotta. That's how I started back in 2019. When I started, I was only doing 1 to 3 day fast. I did the first fast I did was a 3 day dry fast. The only reason I did a dry fast because I thought water fast makes you fat. Makes it it's slower to heal the body when you drink water. So I was like, I'm just doing dry fast, but it doesn't really matter. But um yeah, when I first started, I was only doing 1 to 3 days dry fasting, and I did that for about 6 months. And then in 6 months, I did a 10-day fast. And then when I did that 10-day fast, it was so easy because I was doing 1 to 3 day fast for like once a week, since from like May all the way to December. And in December, I did that 10-day fast, and then it was hella easy. And then I slacked off like in 2021. That's when I really slacked off. And then like that year, I rarely did any of my fast. I fasted, but not too much. And then that's when I lost like the muscle. It was like it's a fasting muscle. So when I got back into it, I tried doing like a 10-day fast, thinking it was gonna be easy. But it was like I was pissed because I only got to like 4 days or 3 days, and I was like feeling like how I did in 2019. Well, I never felt exactly how I did in 2019, but I had to build my way up. So that made me realize like it's something you have to keep doing. Otherwise, like if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. But you have to just keep doing it, and you'll build your way up to that. You'll build your way up. So don't even like trip, and don't even worry about how many days you're doing. The only time you want to do a lot of days is if you're healing something. Like if you got a disease or a problem, then you want to do as many days as you can. And if you can't, do short, like do like 2 days or 1 day, but do it frequently. But that's the only time you really want to worry about how many days you did. If you're trying to live like a holistic life and get the benefits of not consuming, then that shit don't even matter. You need to worry about the energy exercise and just eat as less as you can, eat as less as you can. Like don't eat as much. That's really all it is. So it's really not even that hard. You just got to keep going at it every day, and then you're gonna get there. But when you do the energy exercise, the energy is gonna really is gonna help you even more get to that level. But you got to stay consistent with the energy. You got to do this shit. Like, this is a lifestyle. This is not no. This is literally a lifestyle. And even with the energy work goes beyond just what I just said, in terms of just building energy and not eating. This helps you actually create your reality, because remember, you're fucking with energy. When you're playing with energy, you're changing your energetic field, so this can change your reality. So when you have these positive intentions and you're doing the energy work over time, it's going to create situations based upon the energy, because you're building energy. That's like energy that's can help you in life. You can direct that energy. You can create, like, they even have the ball, the energy ball. You can use that to actually, like, that's a power. That's an energy right there. You can use that to create what you need to create. I don't like to use the word manifest, because it's everything that you're doing. You're actually, like, create it's your shit. Nobody's giving you it. Cause you work. It's like you go to the store and you buy something. Do you, like, thank the person? Oh, thank you. No, like, she wouldn't have gave you that shit if you didn't have the money. So it's not like, oh, anybody help. Like, you fucking put in the fucking work. So if you didn't put in the work, you wouldn't have gotten it. John said, "Is water fasting still been?" Yeah, water fasting is beneficial. It pretty much, even like any liquid is beneficial. Like, if you just do fruit juices, smoothies, depending if it's just fruit, that's still a fast. That's actually good. That's usually what people do before they get into breatharianism. Like, when you see fruitarian, when you see liquid smoothies, that's a process before breatharianism. That's the process. That's what people they go through. Like, people that are liquidarians, they're in the process of becoming food free, because it's like a slow process. You got to get to that level. It's not like you just wake up one morning, you're not eating. Like, right now, my appetite right now is not how it was 6 months ago or a year ago. There's certain restaurants and certain foods I can't even eat right now that I was eating 6 months ago. I can't even fucking, like, if I eat it, I'll feel sick, because the energy in my body, and I haven't ate, like, the energy that I'm feeling I have in my body, like, it's made my body in a way sensitive to the poison. So anything that has, like, when you see all those chemicals on the back of a snack, I can't eat that shit, because I can taste all that shit, and it's like I don't even want it. But the thing is, like, I don't need it to be like, if I eat it, I actually feel worse. Like, if I eat some food, I feel depressed. When I don't eat, that's when I feel hella alive, and I make, like, I'm more fucking, like, coherent. I can make very good videos, and, like, I come up with certain ideas and shit. Like, there's this fucking idea I had, because my Wi-Fi was, like, acting up, and it was an idea I had. I didn't know how to fix it, and, like, on my 5th day of my fast, this was like a couple months ago. I just came up with an idea. Like, I noticed, like, when I don't eat, I'm more in a positive mood than when I end my fast. Like, it's just all those depression, negative thoughts, and the darkness, and, like, I'll be like, how you sometimes you gotta just fucking have that darkness, and you just feel, like, low, or you just, like, damn, I hate this system, I hate this world, like, fuck this shit, like that. I get that shit when I consume. When I'm not eating, I don't, like, that shit don't even cross my mind like that. I'm in a different world. Like, when I say a different world, I'm, like, literally, like, everything looks different than me. Like, I could be in my car, I could be in my house, and the house literally looks different. Like, even though the door is still there, it looks different. Like, it looks like I'm in a different location, because it's like the energy is doing something to my consciousness to make me, like, see the reality in a different way. And then therefore I'm a different person. So I'm technically in a different world, because the mind is the world. So, like, it's just like a squirrel, that's a different world, because it's a different mind, because you have the animal mind, A squirrel doesn't think like a human, so it's a different mind. So what I'm doing with my mind, I'm changing my mind to a different type of human mind. So we have an animal, you have a squirrel mind, dog mind, and a human mind. Within the human mind, you have stupid human mind, smart human mind, spiritual human mind. You got different types. Elevated, energetic human mind. So just because it's not just one human mind, there's different human minds within it. So I'm switching my human mind to get more elevated. So like these bots and these sheep, they're like they're not even the same. And they're not even the same creature as us who watching this video. Like they're not the same creature because they're in a different world. This is why Star Trek and fucking basketball and all this other weak ass shit, it entertains them. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with basketball and shit, because I used to play basketball and shit, so I'm not saying anything wrong with watching sports, but like they watch weak ass shit like Simpsons and fucking Star Trek and interested in like all this memorabilia of these stupid useless ass little things that they have on TV. Like that's because their world is very small. So that entertains them. In their world, that's entertaining to them. So they're it's like a dog. A dog sniffs another dog's ass and plays with a bone. That's fun to a dog. But would you do that? No, because that's a different mind. So you gotta look at some of these humans. You're not gonna make fun of a dog for sniffing a dog's ass because you know that's what dogs do. So these bots out here, that's what they do. They're a fucking bot. They're an idiot. That's what they're supposed to do because their mind can only comprehend that. Just like a dog sniffs another dog's ass, a bot does stupid dumb bot shit. Usually when that shit upsets you is usually because it's something that you need to work on, and that's why it's upsetting you. And the fact that you're even seeing so much of that, like a lot of you guys may work at these 9 to 5s and shit, and man, oh, I hate these people, but it's like the fact is you're there with them. So no matter how smart you think you are, whatever, you're there with them. So there's something wrong because you should not be there. Like at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. If you say you are who you are, you should be able to create. I'm not saying you got to be a millionaire, but you should be able to at least be wherever you want to be and live how you want to live comfortably. I'm not saying you don't have to be a millionaire to do that, but at least be where you want to be. If you say you're spiritual, you gotta be where you want to be, whatever you want to be there. So if you say you want to live by the beach, you should be able to have somewhere to stay by the beach. And I'll say you got to be a millionaire. You could be a little small apartment or a little shack, but you got rent paid and food and money coming in, and it's not an issue. You're not no millionaire, but you got your shit going. You should be able to do that. So if you can't do that, that means there's some type of issue and a problem. You see what I'm saying? And you got to go back to the drawing board, because if you're still like working at that 9 to 5, then there's some issue problem there. And it's got to only get harder to get out of these 9 to 5s, because we're going into a new time where every time is going to be accelerating more, and as time accelerates more, a lot of you guys who are in these negative habits and doing the shit that you're not supposed to be doing, it's going to be a lot harder to get out of that. So that's why you want to get out of it right now, because if you don't want to get to a point where it's just to the point where shit's going to be going by so fast, and by the time you know it, so much time's going to go and you're just going to get programmed to not doing shit. So that's why you want to hurry up. And that's why I don't like when you're a breatharian. I don't even think like it's even 9 up. You should even, because one thing about a breatharian is when you're in the process of becoming one, you should not be working on 9 to 5, because it won't even like the amount of time and energy you have to put into being that, it won't even concur. And the thing is, by the time you become a breatharian and you start building this energy, you'll be able to probably hold like double shifts every day for 7 days straight if you're building this energy. But at that point, you won't need to, because you'll have so much energy, you would have been done manifested what you need to manifest. And you would have, I don't even like to use the word manifest, but you would have been already put yourself in a situation because of the energy you've obtained by doing the work. So you wouldn't even need to work that 9 to 5, but yet you'll be able to work more of it, double shifts 6 7 days a week, because you have the energy, but then you won't need it, so you can use that energy for other shit. Because all you got to do really is, like, that's one thing I like about because I be kind of tapping into the breatharian community and seeing what they be like on. And then the guy, he says something. He's like, my only goal and mission in life is to keep my energy channels open. And it's funny he says that, because a lot of you guys may say, oh, that's kind of cliche, that's kind of dumb, but then you don't understand, because when you do that, that actually allows you to be able to tap in to, which is like, it's like that's pretty much like the key to do it, to get everything you need done. Because then when you unblock the energy channels, you can finally be yourself. And when you finally yourself, then you know what to do. You know it. You don't even really need to watch my videos, because you're operating. Like, even like I noticed my, because before, I remember like 3-4 years ago, I used to like kind of be watching like some of these tarot card readers, and I used to be like, I might want to get one of these tarot readings. I wonder if I could get an astrology reading, a natal reading. And as noticed, I was like, oh man, because when I started watching astrology videos, I used to look at them like, dance a lot to work, and I used to want to have people do my astrology. But then as I started doing the yoga, because the yoga is what really helped me with the energy exercise. When I started doing the yoga, like over like, because I started in 2021, and then now it's 2024, and I've been doing this every single day, 2 times a day. I've been doing it since 2022. And ever since I've been doing this yoga, I noticed that the energy that is in my the energy that comes in my spine, it allows me to um fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say, but what was good? Oh yeah, it allows me to like focus more and be more of, fuck, I ain't gonna front, I forgot what I was gonna say, but somebody remind me. But yeah, the yoga actually opens up the channels and allows you to be more of who you are. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It allows you to be more of who you are. And when you're more of who you are, then you know everything you need to do. So I used to be like, oh, I want to watch this person, and I wonder like how to do this. But as I started releasing the blockage, and I had a huge blockage on my neck, and that was the only reason I was like stuck in some type of slumber. And it's still a little bit there that I'm releasing. But as soon as I released it over the years, because I remember 2021, I was a different person. And then I remember like when I look back right now, I don't even remember. Like, you guys see my videos from 2021 to until now. I don't even remember. It feels like it was yesterday, but then like the same of the shit I be doing, I don't even do. It's like when you're a kid and you're growing up and you don't see yourself growing up, but you're really growing up. Like, that's how it feels. And I'm like, and it's because of the energy. And I notice like certain things I just know. It's not like I just go and study. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I read certain shit. I don't read shit, but like I may watch certain videos and shit, and I may read certain things. I'm not saying I just, but certain things I just know, because a lot of I depending on the spirit and what you've experienced is what you're gonna know. So like if a child is like 5 years old and he had a lot of experience, he's gonna be more intelligent than a 79-year-old who had a lot of experience in this world but didn't have a lot of experience. So that's gonna play out as um maybe the kid knows how to fucking play a piano, or do something that's not normal for a 5-year-old to do, or they may be more coherent and more, like they may be somebody who like by the time they 15 they're able to like sell dope on the block and have a gun, or they're able to do some type of like hack, or be like some, like they're doing something that's weird for their age. Whereas you see somebody who's 79, when they're at their age, they're just a regular ass person. But yet you can't take away that experience. So like when I released the blockage, the I just started remembering and just having like, it's like the best way to put it is like common sense. What is common sense? Common sense is something that should be sensical to everyone because of what it is. So it should be sensical, whatever the fuck you want. If it doesn't make any sense, then it's not common sense. So that's how the awakening is. It's like not awakening, but that's when you become yourself. Things that weren't common sense to you, it becomes common sense. But like yoga, I will say, as of right now, yoga was pretty much the main thing that got me to where I'm at right now. Was doing yoga, was stretching out the left side of my neck. That right there, because I know that for a fact, because I remember I started in February, and before February, I used to just be a fucking glutton. I used to be a glutton and just with weed, alcohol, and just food. And I noticed in February I started to stretch. And in April, I remember I went to the fucking taco truck. I got something to eat, and then I ate it, and it didn't taste good. I'm like, this is weird. It didn't taste good. I'm like, it's probably my yoga. And then I ate it, but it just didn't taste the same. That was the first time I ever had that experience in April 2021. And I noticed like a year from now, a year from April, so April 2022, I noticed like I wasn't like I did a 3 day fast, and after that 3 day fast, I broke it with some Chinese food and I didn't even like it. I didn't even finish it. It didn't taste right to me. Like, and then ever since then I noticed like my appetite got less. And then like where I'm at right now, how I'm only haven't ate nothing. Like it's like it was a process, but I know it started in April 2021, 2 months after my yoga. So I know it has something to do with that. And each month, like I said this back in 2023 and 2022, and I even said it on my channel, on my videos. I say when this blockage is removed, I'm not going to need to eat because my appetite slowly diminishing. I've mentioned this. A lot of you guys who follow my channel, you guys know that shit. I mentioned it. And it's weird how like as months keep going, I'm noticing how my appetite is getting less and fucking less. And time is going quicker. Like we're already in March, damn near. And the year just fucking started. So the changes are coming quicker because I'm doing the yoga every day, but I'm not thinking of it. I'm just doing it. So like when I'm doing it and I'm not thinking of it and time is just going, this is what like I get a realization. I'm like, damn, I don't need to eat as much no more. I don't need to eat this shit. Like I literally just it's weird. Like I don't even remember when like because it's such a slow process. It's weird because before I used to like like a year ago I told you guys I don't need to eat as much and I would go like 2 3 days without eating and then I'll eat. And then when I would eat, I would grub. But now I go 2 3 days without eating, and then when I go back to eat, I still don't feel like I don't feel like I can consume, and like it's weird. So it's like I like my appetite is damn near going away. Like the last 2 days, I had some fucking what some sunflower seeds, the banana, and then I had like the like a fucking small one tamale. It was like $1 something fucking at the deli. I stole that shit. It's like a little cheap ass. Ate that, and then that was it. And then I didn't eat nothing for like the next day. I just had the sunflower seeds, and that was it all day. And then today I just had a banana, and that's it. And like this is right now, so I'm in the next 4 or 5 months. Like I'm like thinking like, what the fuck's gonna happen? And I'm gonna keep you guys updated because this is hella like because you guys know because I'm not just speaking out my ass. Any of you guys who watch my channel since 2021 um 2020, you guys know I've said it plenty of times. If this blockage comes out of my neck, um I'm not gonna need to eat no more. I always talk about the blockage and the yoga and the fasting. I said yoga and fasting. And when I back then I told you guys my appetite was diminishing, but it wasn't to the point now. Fast forward till now, it's diminished more. So in the next 6 7 months, how is this gonna be? This is what I'm saying. It's weird. And it's like it's weird, man. It's like, and then I don't even like a lot of shit no more. Like even like when I do want to consume, I have to. It has to be like fruits or nuts. Like I can't because everything is processed. Everything is processed out here. That's one thing I know. Everything is poison. If to be honest, like if it's in a package, it's poison. I don't care if it just says 3 ingredients in it. If it's in a package, it has poison because they have the laws and loopholes set up where it can have more ingredients if it's a certain percentage. So if it just says corn, salt, and oil on a product, there's more than that because it's impossible for it to stay on the shelf and have a shelf life for over a year with just having corn, salt, and oil. That shit will just decay. So it has to, but the shit that they put in it is such a small amount that within, it's not even a small amount, but it's under the legal amount where they don't have to disclose it. So there's a lot of shit that says organic. It ain't organic. It's just a certain small percentage of it. So everything is poison. Even the food, everything. It's all poison. And I'm not saying don't consume shit, but at the same time, just know it's for you're eating poison. You gotta understand that shit. You're eating fucking. There's nothing, even the fruit. So they put the pesticide because they have to taint everything. Because when you're getting something from the beast, he has to taint it. It's just like you get money from a loan shark. They charge you interest. You can't have your cake and eat it. The loan shark, I'll give you this money, but you gotta pay. The government will give you food, but we're gonna put this poison. We'll give you money, but you have to pay taxes. It comes with something. You don't get nothing from the devil and don't expect nothing in return. You're not and don't think your labor is enough. The fuck? That's why they take your tax money and they don't do shit with it, but send it to fucking Ukraine and launder it and do illegal shit. Shit's crazy, man. See, but I try to release the tension on my left side of my neck or wrist me getting loose. Yeah, you gotta do stretching. You say you've been releasing the tension on the left side of your neck. That's crazy. You said that. The spirit probably let you to watch this fucking video. You see this kind. The spirit let you. What you gotta do is you gotta release that shit. You gotta do yoga. I'm gonna leave a post in my community tab of the yoga, the 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 yoga video or session I was doing, and I still do these moves to this day to release that neck tension. It's the yoga neck and back and neck, shoulder, and back. And it's a video. It's a female named Cole. What's her name? Something Cole. She does yoga. So I'm gonna drop that in my community tab. Watch that video, and I'm gonna make a video myself as well. That's what I'm gonna do. I should make a video myself. That's probably what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna make a qigong and a yoga video real soon doing that. But you have to stretch your neck. Where depending on where the neck the tension is what you got to stretch. So if the tension on your neck is right here, feel where the knot is and where it's tight, and then you want to stretch that area out and hold the pose for like a minute to 3 minutes if you can. If you can't do 3 minutes, just do like a minute and a half. Hold that shit and hold the pose, and then do that repeatedly to the part where stretch out the whole neck. Do both sides, even if this side isn't loose. Because if this side is tight, this side is tight as too. Because if one side is tight, that means the muscle is grabbing and clenching onto the spinal cord, and it's sending an imbalance to the right side. So if you have a tight left, you also have a tight right, but you don't feel it because it's not that tight yet as the left one. But do both sides, and then release it. And to be honest, do a whole body yoga stretch. But since your neck is a problem, do your neck. Do your neck and focus on that. And as you release that tension, you're going to notice that you're going to have added benefits. You're going to start seeing more clearer, hearing better. You're going to have more energy flowing. You may not even need to eat depending on certain things. Like, because it's deeper than just doing the yoga. Because if it were just doing yoga, everybody who does yoga would be a breatharian. So it's something more than just the yoga and the qigong. It's something more. And the energy that generate. Because what I think it is there's an energy that's within us for people who are meant to be into this qigong and breatharian process. And when you have it and you do these practices, it releases that energy. So that's what you want to do. You want to just repeatedly keep stretching out wherever it's tight and just keep doing it. Like, let's just say it's tight right here. Do like a little stretch. Hold that pose. Make sure you feel the stretch in the corner. You got to feel the stretch in the corner. You do right here, you're going to feel the stretch in the corner. The corner. So if you're doing this side, this is the corner. So wherever your chin is facing your back, that side of your neck, you're gonna feel the stretch. You want to hold that shit for like a minute to 3 minutes. Other side, hold it 3 minutes. You want to get a little yoga strap. Get this one, the Gaiam. This is the only yoga strap that I've seen on the market that stretches. These are the best ones. All that bullshit you get at that cheap ass Walmart, that shit that they make in China, it's all weak ass fabric. It doesn't even stretch. I threw that shit away. Thank goodness I didn't fucking waste my money on it. But get this one, it stretches. It's like $15 on Amazon. I would have got this one, but I had to buy that one because it was on Amazon and no other store has it. So, but it's worth it. It's this shit is worth it. I would have bought this. And the funny thing is, they used to sell this at. I had got the original one of this. They made one that looked just like this, and it's the same brand, the same everything. But since the resources and the trade and all the fucking economies all fucked up, the material now is a lot smaller. Like this shit is small. The one I had got in 2021 when I first started doing yoga, that shit was bigger than this one, and it was better, like better quality. And this shit was $15, I remember. And then they charged 15 and it got smaller. So like everything's just getting cheaper. And what pisses me off about this whole recession and this whole inflation and all this bullshit like we got like this is, why don't they just keep the original product? Like they make a cheaper product and a cheaper food. But why don't they just keep the original product that they had and charge more money, and people who want to spend more money would just buy that, and then they have the cheaper product, the budget product that they sell. Like why just get rid of everything and just have the cheap product just to keep the prices low? Like, how do you not know? I don't like. How do you not know that I may want to spend $10 for a bag of fucking whatever, something that I liked, or 30 or $40 for something like this? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's fucking stupid. But it is what it is, though. We good though. But you gotta So yeah, that's how you stretch out your neck. Get you one of these if you can. If you can't, then you don't even need one of these if you can't get it. Just use your hand and you got to get this. You got to put it on your neck, put it in your back, and then just stretch. And then you can pull it. And I usually hold this pose for me. I've been doing this for a minute. And the thing is, when you do these energy exercises, it makes you be able to hold the yoga poses longer. I was only able to hold this yoga pose for like a minute or 2 minutes before I got tired. After I started doing the yoga, I can hold this shit for like damn near 10 minutes. When I first started, it was hard for me to do this shit for like a minute. I remember now I can hold this shit for like 30 seconds. It looks easy, but nigga, you niggas do this shit, you haven't done it, you niggas would be tired right now. Like, it's just easy for me because I've been doing it every day for 3 years. Like, even the way my neck turns and everything. And I still got a little blockage in my neck. It's not as bad as before, but it's still there. Like when that fully goes away and releases, then I won't need to eat. I honestly feel that. I said that back in 2021, but then I was like, um, I said it to her, but I wasn't really sure. I was like, I don't think I can do that. Like, it crossed my mind. But then as each year went by, I noticed my appetite's getting different. Because I said, when this knot gets out of my neck, I'm gonna not need to eat. And I noticed as that my um the knot was like getting smaller. I was like, the knot's probably gonna go away before my appetite goes away. So I don't think that's gonna be, but my appetite's almost gone, but I still feel the knot. Like, it's weird. So the knot's not gone. So I'm thinking when the knot goes away, then the appetite's gonna fucking like go away. Cause it's just weird. Like, I feel like that pressure is blocking the energy. When you're doing this qigong and when you're doing yoga, yoga is removing the blockages within the spine, aka the tense muscles. It's removing those so the energy can flow. The energy's already there. The energy's already within it. So I'm already a breatharian. I already have this energy. It's just the yoga's removing the energy. The qigong is building the energy. The yoga is building energy, but it's building it through it's flowing. It's able to flow more like a hose. You're removing a blockage, and the yoga is removing it. So all you guys out there, if you've been following me for a minute, and you guys, because I know there's a few people out there who've been doing this, what I've been doing, like fasting and doing your thing. Stay on it. Eventually, you're not even gonna need to consume anything anymore. You just gotta stay on it. Yep. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join. Yeah, if anybody has any more questions, man. Yeah. But yeah, I've been good though, man. How's everybody been? Shit. I know there's fucking all this astrology going on right now. Shit, they say we just in Pisces season. So it's gonna get crazy. We're coming into the new year. In a few weeks is gonna be the new year. Next month is gonna be the new year. The actual new year. So this is when you're gonna start seeing a shift in reality. Like things are gonna be different. And the time we're in right now is gonna because and we're having an eclipse right right when the spring equinox comes. So like a couple weeks later after the spring equinox, we're gonna have an eclipse, and so it's gonna be very intense. That's right. At this point right now, yeah, like you guys have to really be on your shit. Like I'm really switching it up. Like I'm not even playing around no more because like I played around a lot and I can't really play around no more. Like I'm really like it just I really get certain things I just got to change that I'm not doing that I really need to be doing because I should be even more where I'm at right now. But I'm gonna get there. I'm not even really because I'm gonna get there. And it's funny because I see people in my like they'll tell me like people like relatives and just people I know they'll be like, oh, you don't want to be too old and like don't fucking curse me with that shit, nigga. Don't curse me with that too old shit. Kiss my ass. Like first of all, nigga, I feel way better than I did when I was fucking 20, and I'm way older than that. So you can kiss my ass. Like when I was 18, 19, 20, I was fucking going through anxiety, depression, and I was like damn near bedridden. I didn't like to do shit really, but just get fucking high. So get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like the older I get, the more healthier I get. The fuck? I have more vitality the more I do this. So age and health has nothing to do with old age. Like get that shit out your fucking mind. Health has everything because if that was the case, then there would be no sick children. You want to see all those fucking bald headed, ugly ass kids in the fucking St. Jude's hospital because yeah, I thought you have to be old to be sick. No, health has everything to do with you not taking care of the fucking body. That's what health has to do with. And it can be karmic too, but it's a cause. It has nothing to do with fucking age. If you're eating hamburgers 5 times a week for 70 years, wouldn't you think you're gonna have a problem compared to somebody who's been eating hamburgers 5 times a week for fucking 12 years? So it's common sense. It's nothing to do with age. It's just you've been doing a lot of bullshit. Imagine if you were doing breatharian practices for 70 years. By that time, you're gonna be a fucking breatharian and you'll be healthier. And if you do die or get sick, it's gonna be from probably a snake bit you or some shit, or you just die from an accident, or you just in some deep meditation. Because to be honest, the best way to die is in a deep meditation. Like you don't have to fucking like when you people say, "Oh, we're all gonna die." Yeah, we're all gonna die, but you could die in your sleep. You could be having a dream, and then you're having a dream, and then you just stay in that dream, and then you just continue your spiritual experiences from that dream. So after that dream, you're just in it, and then you died in this body, or you can just have a meditation and just drop dead from the body. Say, I want to leave and I don't want to be here. That's death. That's really how you're supposed to really die if you're really on a high frequency is on your terms like that. That means you didn't have no karma. You didn't really have that much. You didn't have that much karma. You didn't have no lessons really. So you could have just passed in a way that was like peaceful, like you maybe just dreaming or in a space like that or some shit. Who the fuck said you gotta die from a sickness, an illness, or somebody shooting you? Or like, who the fuck says you got like the fuck? For real. For all you know, your ass can be dead right now. Some of you niggas, when you niggas die, you guys are so invested into this world, and you guys care so much about this world. When you die, you won't even know it. You probably be stuck doing this same shit for a little bit. Because when you get into that, when you die, like you only go where the mind is. Like all these dumbass people say, "Oh, I seen hell when I died," and bitch, obviously whatever you seen was what you seen. I didn't see it, so that's not what it is. Oh, I seen hell. Like there's a stupid ass video. Oh, I seen what hell looked like, bitch. You didn't see what hell looked like, bitch. You seen what you seen. Because when you die and you have these experiences, these near death experiences, your brain has a certain frequency and vibration and energy. Your spirit creates a reality around that. So if you and if you guys do not believe me, there was this one video I seen, and the guy specifically said in the video, when you travel through hell, it's not like walking. It's you're here and then you're here and then you're here. So he proved my point that because where when he's going here and here and he's not walking, it's because he's going to different aspects of his mind. So he's seeing this and then he's seeing this. So it's like different pictures he's seeing. It's not like he said it. So you see what I'm talking about? So he's seeing the energy frequency on his mind manifest into a physical or into an imagination. So a thought and a feeling, that's an imagination. He had a thought about something and he had an emotion about something. He was scared. And then he thought about something, he seen a monster. He felt it, he was scared. He had an imagination, which only he can see that imagination. I can't see it. So you didn't see hell, you saw what you see, nigga. If you have all these experiences and you're seeing monsters and you're seeing demons, that's showing you that you're in a fucked up mindset. That means you probably were doing a lot of fucked up shit. You didn't do what you're supposed to be doing, and that's why you seen that shit. It's nothing to do with you see what I'm saying? You guys gotta know what's going on. Don't let these motherfuckers say, "Oh, I seen this and I seen that," and it's like you seen it, and if you seen what happened after death, then how are you still alive? So whatever you seen wasn't death. Because if you seen death, you wouldn't be able to live to be telling me. So whatever you seen wasn't. It's like if I go to sleep and I have a dream right now. Could I tell you guys? Oh, after death we didn't know. You're gonna say no, nigga. You went to sleep. You had a dream. So it's the same with these niggas. They just were in their coma. They weren't dead. Because if they were dead, they wouldn't have been brought back to fucking life. So obviously you were in a state where it had nothing to do with death. You're just in a comatose state or in a state before death. But it's crazy. You guys gotta be careful out here though. A lot of fucking just nonsense, confusing people about this shit, and it's crazy. Like I don't know. Like what I'm starting to see now is the whole spiritual conscious community is just another aspect of religion. It's nothing more than religion. Like you got all these agents. Like there's this one bitch. You guys know Isis Wisdom. And like I used to be in a whole conscious spiritual community, and there's this bitch called Isis Wisdom, and I used to watch this bitch list for entertainment because some of the shit I used to watch it years ago. And it's funny how now this bitch is talking about how she's about to expose some nigga called Raw Hayes. He's like the Aboriginal. He talks about I don't watch his videos, but I know who he is. Like, oh, he did a sexual assault. So it's like she's doing the same thing the government is doing. Like this is why I feel like this bitch is a psyop because she's doing the same thing the government is trying to do to everyone. Like, you know how every like, why does everyone have a sex scandal or like fucking they have either a sex scandal, they did some scamming, or they did something, and then whatever they did is like a big spectacle and it needs to be addressed and somebody needs to come to the rescue. Like, why is there always something like that? And this bitch is doing the same program on this one dude, and the way I'm looking at it, she's like, and in her video it's like the victim tells it all. So it's like you have the victim there and you're saying that he did this, so why the fuck are you coming to YouTube? Bitch, go to the police. Like, if the bitch got fucking victimized, why are you coming to YouTube for? Go to the fucking police. The fuck? That's what I'm saying. It's all this shit is retarded. And it's funny because people are waking up because when I looked at the bitch's fucking comments and like when you have a live stream, you can see people can leave the chat before the live stream. I was looking at like the chat because he had the chat on notification. So she like notified me for tomorrow. So I was looking at what people were saying before the actual live stream, and everyone was like not 80 to 90% of the chat was saying like, "Why are you doing this shit?" Like this is all like everybody knew because people are waking up. We're in a different time. Like you can't just sit there and throw some allegations and shit on somebody like that. Like because why do I'm looking at like why is he in jail? Is weird. This is why, and this is the same bitch that's part of the whole black conscious community, and like everybody's against each other. Like that's because it's not real. It's not authentic. Why you think everybody's against each other? Because it's not real. A young Pharaoh, he was all had all these views and shit. Now everyone fucking was because it's not real. It's all fake. Because all that information is all bullshit. All that Egyptian shit is not what you guys think it is. So now people they take on that energy and then they don't even know what the fuck they're taking on. You don't even know if it's a curse because all that Egyptian shit is actually Masonic and it's from this same system and government. It's the same shit. So like a lot of these niggas they say, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Pharaoh, I'm this," but it's like, bitch, who gives a fuck? That's not even your shit. Like it's crazy. It's like it's all it is another religion. You get it, instead of praying to God, you got to pray to whole source. So don't piss off source. You got to do this, you got to do that, and they'll talk shit about the Bible and shit, but then they'll go and say, "Oh, you need to go and get this book from fucking Aleister Crowley or from this Freemason that's a psychologist." Like, fuck that nigga. And fuck his book. Like that's what he thinks. Like there's nothing wrong with his book, but like can't you come up with your own opinion? Why you need his book? Like that's what I'm saying. Like this shit is crazy. Oh man, that's why I've never took the conscious community seriously. I never took that shit seriously because I knew that shit was a because what it is it's supposed to make you feel better. Like it's supposed to just be there because the reason why that black conscious community shit exists is it's a money grab. A lot of black people are very gullible and they want to just feel a part of something, which is the black community, which there is no black community. So when they see this, a lot of people they prey on black people, and black people want to go and support. Oh, I want to buy this because it's black, but it's like just because it's black, that don't really mean shit. First of all, I'm not black, and second of all, nigga, like if the product sucks, I'm not gonna just support it just because it's fucking black. And second, and thirdly, it ain't black because every nigga who owns a business has to pay fucking taxes. That taxes is going to somebody who ain't fucking black. So shut the fuck up, nigga. You ain't supporting black really. You really want to support black or well, I'm not black. Well, if you really want to support that bullshit, at least what your ass should do is create something that has nothing to do with them, and then just start doing it. Like, and then have people who want to join your shit do what you got to do, like fit your requirements so they can join, and then you can create your own shit like that. Why don't we just do that? But black people don't want to do that. So at this point, it's not about like you. How about these dumb people? Oh, I'm trying to help the black. Shut the fuck up. You ain't trying to help no black people. All your stupid ass are trying to do is just make some money online, which is nothing wrong with it. Go ahead and make some money online, but keep it at that. You're not trying to help. Your shit doesn't help anyone. First of all, I'm not part of no black community. I've never seen no black community. If I have to worry about if I get evicted, I won't be able to stay in this building no more. That's not my fucking community. That's just how I see it. That's not my fucking community at all. Whatever tax money or whatever the government is supposed to do, they better whatever taxes that I'm paying and whatever the responsibility of the government is, they better take care of that community for me because nigga, it ain't my fucking community. I'm not saying I'm gonna go destroy that community. I'm not saying that, but don't sit here and be like, oh, this is part of the community where you know damn well there's a bum ass nigga in your community now and he don't have nowhere to go and nobody's came up together with a plan to help get him out of to help create situations where that shit's not a problem. So get the fuck out of here, nigga. It ain't my community. Like I don't know why. That's why I don't like to take those terms and conditions. You don't want to take the terms and conditions of things you don't need to take because you may end up manifesting something. I'm not black, so anybody who calls me black, you're insulting me because I'm not black. I don't take those terms and conditions. There's something that comes with that word black. I don't take that energy, so I'm not that. Like I remember I was filling out a form years ago, and then He's like, "Are you African American or what's your red?" I'm like, "No, I'm not African American." And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like he said sorry because you can't tell nobody. Like he wasn't being offensive. He just said it because I'm like, I'm not. Like I'm not no African American. I'm not no black. She somebody said, "Bro, relax." I am relaxed. What the fuck? The fucking who said, "Bro, relax"? Like, what the hell? I am relaxed. This is that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, like it's funny because motherfuckers, every time you talk normal, they always want to like try to contain your energy. Like you're supposed to talk a certain way. That's why I don't fuck with most people. Like even this one, I don't want to say she's the B word, but some female who was on my channel, and I'm not gonna shout out to whoever that was. She's like, "Oh, I like Anofe, but sometimes he pisses me off." What did I do that pisses you off? Really? Like, what did I do? Did I say something to you? Maybe I said something about women. But like, if you come down to it, it's probably some dumbass shit that has really nothing to do with you. Like probably, oh, you pissed in a fucking store. Like if you are upset at me because I did something such as I pissed in a store, if I stole something and it had nothing to do with you, get the fuck off my channel. I don't want you watching my video. You a bitch ass pussy ass nigga who gets offended over things you shouldn't get offended for. And instead of wasting your emotional energy getting offended at me, why don't you use that emotional energy to actually better your situation? You can point a flaw at somebody doing something, but you can't even actually get into the position that you want to be in. So like that's what's wrong with people. They will always have something to say to somebody. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you this? Why you always gotta cuss? Why you gotta do this? But they themselves aren't shit. What are you doing to help the world? What are you doing to help people with illness and sickness and trying to make it where people can actually have a way to survive without actually needing the fucking government, such as breatharianism, and actually how to implement it through energy, qigong, and yoga. Most people can't even don't even like yeah, the information's out there, but I break it down and I bring it into like a level where people can actually want to get on it. A lot of these other motherfucking crackers out here, they be talking about this prana nourishment and namaste and peace, love, and light and all this shit like it's in a way that pushes most people off and they don't really want to fuck with it. So I'm at least trying to bring it in a way which it's normal and you do get that good vibes from it, but it's deeper than that. Was good with it. He's like, how do you stop care what others think? You gotta open up the energy channel. That's the only way to do it. When you really want to, when I say care, because there's different levels of caring. You may see a pickup artist or you may see a fucking spiritualist that's maybe not taking the energy level, or you may see somebody you think doesn't care what other people think but they actually really do. It's because they don't care what people think, but they're using only a little bit of the energy. Once you amplify the energy, then this is the only way that you can amplify this, by releasing the blockages. And when you release the blockages, you're truly who you are. So you're seeing the world different. So you can't even think about what other people give a fuck about, because you'll see some spiritualists tell you that we're always supposed to feel anxiety, jealous, scared, and you can feel that, but think about it like this. If I drink 3 bottles of alcohol and snort a lot of cocaine, if I feel scared, I'm going to feel blissed out and scared. You see what I'm saying? So when you're doing this energy work, you still have negative emotions, but it ain't that bad, because it's like you have a natural bliss feeling of consciousness that's being generated from this energy. And to get to this level, it takes at least 2-3 years of energy work daily basis intensely. I only been doing this since December, and I got off a little bit, but I've been doing it. But the yoga, if you do the yoga, that will actually bring you there quicker, because the yoga releases the energy that's already within you. The qigong, you're adding energy. So the yoga, me with the yoga, it's making me, it's a slower process compared to the qigong, because when you're building the qigong, that's what's really gonna, you're able to build that and transform it to actually make you be like on a greater level and be able to do things that go beyond what the normal human body can do. Because what this energy does is it changes your cells and your DNA to the point where it defies the laws of like the body in a way, because it's energy you're working with. So all your organs are being energized. So they're working at a higher capacity. When you start doing the qigong, when you start holding the poses, you be hold on. I see you. Oh, J Bass, what's good with it? I'm gonna invite you. Let me just finish. When you're holding the poses, then you generate the qigong. You generate. This is generating the qigong. You generate. There's different moves you do to get the energy. That's the yin. This the yang. You do this. There's different energies. You generate the energy. Then at the end of the workout, you let it feel. You let it like assimilate. You just stand. And then the energy there. As you keep doing this, when you do this for like a week, when you do this pose at the end of the workout, at the end of the because this is the key gong. The key gong is the pose. When you see this is not the key. The key gong is the actual pose. Once you start building the energy, you can feel the energy. Like today when I was doing it, I was just standing like this, and you're not supposed to move at all. Like just breathe lightly. And like a minute after doing this, I just felt the energy just flowing in me. I could feel that shit flowing in you, and like you can feel it. So it's like that shit, and you got to be careful with this energy because this energy, if you don't if you don't simulate it the right way, it can damage. Like the dude said in the video, if you bring this chi energy to your root chakra, you don't do it the right way, it can cause like some issues with the gonads because you're bringing a lot of energy to this area. So you got to be careful. This is why I say if you're gonna do any qigong, go online and look at a key. Don't just start doing any of these movements, and make sure you know what you're doing, and I would say follow a qigong routine. Don't just say, oh, I see this guy doing this and just do it, because you have to actually close out the practice. When you do the practice and you don't close it, like me, I didn't close it out once, and I felt like energy in my head, and like it didn't hurt, but I just felt like it needed to be released, so I had to close out the practice. But what's good with it?
Hey, what's up, Chauncey One? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you loud and
Oh,
clear.
good. All right. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, man. How you been, man? I'm so glad I'm finally able to join, man.
Yeah, for real, same
Yeah,
here. Been a
cause I was
minute.
like,
What's good with it?
cause it was funny, cause I was watching like your old videos and like you just like make me laugh and shit. Like you're fucking funny, man.
Yeah, for real. Like, shit, man.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's interesting when you're talking about like fasting and all that yoga, cause I've been doing some research too, and you mentioned this too, but like the more you eat, like it could really clog up your intestines too, because like your small intestines, because like it needs room to breathe. So when you're like fasting and shit, like it gives your intestines like more room to breathe, you know, and like
Hmm.
'cause it gets all clogged up, and then that's how people form like parasites and shit, you know. So like
Yeah,
fasting is important, man, you know.
yeah. You gotta keep doing it. You gotta. It's like you gotta look at it like a lifestyle. So I don't even like the
Yeah,
word fasting, 'cause fasting makes it
I
look
meant
like,
yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no, I'm not. I'm not. You can
uh,
still use it. I'm just saying. I'm just
yeah,
speaking in general because there'd be hundreds of people watching the video. So like I
hmm
like the fasting is more so like um you're gonna like because I like to look at it as a lifestyle now. When I look at it
yeah,
as fasting, as I'm gonna fast, then it kind of slows my process, because when I'm on the fast, you're thinking about when you're gonna end it, and you want to try to get out of that state. If anything,
hmm
like you want to just do when you first start off, just do small fasts, do like 2 days, 3 days, and just build yourself up and do the energy exercise, and just keep doing that. Don't try to do it so long where you're craving food, because if you're not careful, you can actually make yourself have more cravings and
yeah,
eating disorders if you don't. This is why they even say like go on a breatharian initiation, but
hmm
like, which I agree with them, but some people don't have time for that. Some people, they need to really get this information and start implementing it. So
yeah,
that's why I'm like, you don't have to really do all that breatharian, because a lot of them, they charge a lot of money, and they'll at least walk you through it. But their initiations, you got to be ready, because you don't want to spend 300-400 bucks, and then you like now you on a 9 day fast and you can't even get to like 3 days. So you got to really prepare,
hmm
because they like a lot of them, they force you to do like three. They don't force you because you're paying for it, but it's like a 9 or 21 day fast. So you want to prepare to do that, because the initiation to get on to be a breatharian is like it's a certain procedure that they go by to
Mhm.
actually get to be a breatharian. And it's like a process. It's not like an overnight thing. And when you start consuming less, you put yourself on a higher consciousness level.
Yeah,
Like
and like
you even know like the mental clarity you have and all that.
that's some real shit. Yeah, cause like that makes your channel unique. Cause I don't see anyone like really talking about like actual health that could like kill the body and stuff. And like
Yeah, this yeah.
especially time speeding up. And like I've noticed too, like cause I feel like whenever there are times where like I'll try to become a vegetarian, but then I'll like I'll relapse while I eat foods because there's so much programming and like with these 9 to 5 jobs, it takes up so much of your time and energy, and then it forces you to be
Yeah.
like at a low vibration, you know. And I think that would force
Yeah.
people to like be programmed, you know.
Yeah, like me, like when people tell me, "Oh, I have to work a 9 to 5," like me, I just say just quit.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say because that's what I did, and it's like I don't like, and it's not like oh, people are like, well, you're not rich, you don't have a house, and you like the thing is though, I'm not you though. Like
Uh-huh.
if you lost all your money, you'll kill yourself. If you don't have a nice car or house, you're gonna be miserable. Like I don't need that shit, and I'm more happy, so I'm a more stronger spirit. So so that's why it was easier for me to do it because my only if I don't have no desires or no wants like that, but if I was gonna say I have one, it would be to become a breatharian and to be actually no to be myself, and which is releasing the energy blockages within my body, and then that allows me to be myself. Which by default I'll be a breatharian. So
Yeah.
that's really all I want. When that happens, and everything's gonna form because I noticed that when you have a consciousness, like for example, you'll feel like a lot of things that are happening in your life that are seem unfair and just seem fucked up. But every single incident that happened in your life, observe the emotion that you were in before it happened. You were probably in a depressed, a low vibration, or you weren't in a good mood, and then that negative inner frequency mentally attracted negative circumstances and situations. So this is vice versa. When you are released the energy channels, you have that bliss consciousness. And I don't like to say because I don't want to make it look like it's some crackhead shit where oh it's about feeling. It just that's what it is. Like you have a certain consciousness where you're able to be more clear, and everything is vibrant
Yeah.
24/7. You know how those sometimes you'll be have good moods and you have down moods and you have neutral moods. Like with the
Mhm.
breatharian path, it's like it's always up. You're always
Yeah.
on a high. Even when
Mhm.
something negative happens, it's like you're high. Like the example I say, if somebody told you that your car's on fire and you're drunk, it's not gonna feel as bad as if you're sober. So
Mhm.
when you reach this state, it's like you still get negative things happening to you, but you looking at it from a different perspective, and the
Yes.
only way you can feel it is if you experience that perspective. When you're in that perspective, time does not even exist. So like you talk about time speeding up a lot, we all talk about that.
Mhm.
When you're really in this frequency, time doesn't even exist. So even if time was
Yeah.
going, because I remember back in 2018 when I tapped into this for a little
Mhm.
bit, time this was when time was kind of slow still. I,
Yeah.
time wasn't. I was in a certain space for like I think it was like a day where time was non-existent. I had to literally ponder and think about what had just happened 30 seconds ago, like it was a certain frequency. And I remember after I went to the chiropractor, he adjusted my neck, and then I remember like I got off my bike. I was riding my bike to the chiropractor, and I was on my way back, and I remember like I got off my bike, and then everything was like a it was like I was in a fucking like a video game or cartoon or some type of like it was like this reality was enhanced. Everything was more enhanced. The sound, sight, everything. And I couldn't even tell what happened 30 like for me to think 30 seconds ago, I had to literally use a lot of energy. Like right now you could just be like, "Oh, 30 seconds ago," but this state of consciousness I was in, it was like I couldn't even go back. So once you're in this state, time doesn't even matter. It don't matter because your reality is different when you're not eating, and even when you're a breatharian, you're also sleeping less. I forgot to mention that most breatharians. This is why when you fast, you can't go to sleep because your body's not working hard, so it doesn't get tired. So when you're a breatharian, the most breatharians they sleep for 2 to 3 hours every night. So this right here is telling you that with the energy, the qigong, the energy yoga, all that shit you're doing is it's gonna help you become more of like on that breatharian path. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Shit, you still there? Oh, I guess he's gone. I don't know what happened. Yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, like, oh, he dipped. Something happened. I don't know. Yeah, man, like, I'm telling you guys, get on this shit. Like, this shit is like some real. He's like, my mic died. He's got to rejoin. All right, for sure. Yeah, my phone's about to. Well, I'm at. I should be good. Fuck. Yeah, I might have to go because my phone's about to die. It's at 8% right now. I'm about to come. I might come back on later tonight. I'm gonna come back on later tonight and I'll speak. Damn. I should have had my other one. I should have had my own. Actually. Oh, actually, no, no, no. I'm good. Hold up. I can probably use. I'm gonna use my other phone. I have another phone. Yeah, I might have to go anyways, guys. I might have to go do some shit. Damn. What time is it? Hold on. Let me see. All right. Shut the fuck up. Damn, that shit hell annoying. All right, yeah. I'm on my other phone, but this path is a. Damn, why is this shit still doing this? God damn, bro. Damn, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. What time? Oh shit. I'm gonna have to probably go, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'm gonna be back on tonight. I'm gonna be back on tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna speak some more on this topic. There's a lot I want to speak about. Um, yeah. All right then, guys. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna be back on later tonight. That just yeah.